Yes, Manchester United needs a striker in January. We need a striker to progress forward to the end of the season, whether it's on loan. It's better we get a striker on loan or a striker that can do like 6 months. It's me like last year we got Weghorst in January. In January 2020 we got Igalo. We need strikers. See, I don't know if it's a January thing with Manchester United where we just have strikers. It's me that are misfiring or they're injured, but we need to count on the fact that we need a striker right now. We have misfiring forwards, misfiring wingers. Is we go let go a guy to Dortmund alone because of pride and ego from a manager that I don't know. He couldn't even squash the beef that he initially started. You're supposed to be a manager. How is that? How is that? And see, is how that cost our attack. We don't have a creative attacker that can cross, dribble, pass a man, is me, and give the killer pass so the strikers can finish it. We don't have those players in our midst. We need a striker. We have been linked to Benzema, or at least what social media has been saying that Man United has been linked to Benzema. My thoughts on Benzema being linked to United, it's a good one. The thing is that I question now when it comes to Benzema, he'll always score goals. But Benzema is is a better version than Anthony Martial. He's a better version of Anthony Martial. Benzema can do what Martial has done. He can drop back, link play, and finish as well. Where I question is, will the midfield accommodate that? Because if Benzema go drop, drop deep, and we have two wingers that are, not the best when it comes down to football IQ, will the chances really be converted? It's me. And even Benzema is up there to score goals. Can we trust the midfield that consists of, well, Kobe Mino is helping with the moderation of the midfield, isn't it? So he's not really into creation, although that can be part of his game because he's more like a box to box, but he's more defense. He's doing the defensive duties. But it's more of, can Bruno Fernandes create the chances to Benzema? Maybe. In honesty, like from the perspective that if you go across the ball, even if it does look like a cross, given that Benzema is tall and he can hit a ball, he can actually score them goals. But how often has Bruno Fernandes find his man in the box when it comes on to chance creation? Now he's created chances, but those chances haven't been converted. Isn't me? So some person may say, well, if we had Benzema, a world class striker like Benzema, then our chance will be converted. Who knows, man? And who knows if Benzema is going to be a success? Well, Igalo was a success. Cavani was a success. Weghorst for the small term he did, he was a success. Yeah, but they were active in Europe, man. Benzema has been in Saudi Arabia for 6 months. How you know say this Virgin is going to be motivated to play well for Manchester United so that we can at least get top five finish or top, well, I don't believe we could get top four. But how is it that I don't see it. Again, he's a good goal scorer, Benzema, but I don't see him coming to Manchester United, given the money he's getting at Saudi Arabia, although there are links to him that he wants to return back to Europe. Come to Manchester United for 6 months and do 6 months. Is me and just get his pay cut and just leave and get us top five. I don't see it happening. But we need a striker. I do not want us to get another striker for a big hefty fee. We have Holland for that. Isn't me? And you know what? Not to be a flip flop, but Benzema coming to Manchester United could actually benefit Holland. We don't have a senior striker that Holland can look up to. You ain't gonna look up to Martial. Yeah, Martial can show him a finisher or two, but when it comes down to positioning, that is something that has to come with experience. You can be a good finisher, bro, but if you're not in the right positions, as Benzema has been ever since his days at Lyon, is me. How are you going to pass it on to a young G that's looking to be a better player? Is me. Martial can do so much. But he's going to book at some point, and he's going to need more of a senior striker to help out Hoyland. Marcel can help out Hoyland. I mean, he needs a senior striker to help him develop. Rashford, Rashford need help himself. Man, go help out Hoyland. Is me. So it's just one of those moments where we need a striker like Benzema, but our question is, will he be a success? Oh, you be negative. Stop thinking negative. You're thinking negative stuff. These are things that are question, man. It's looking over the fence, it's called. I mean, it's good to be positive. Think of here, my tongue. It's good to be positive and stuff, but if the striker is here and he's not firing, man, we don't know if Benzema really wants to come here and genuinely do a 5 month work for us and get us top five. We don't know about that. We don't know about that. But we do need an attacker. We do need an attacker. You look at Anthony. Amad Diallo has not been getting much games. We have Rashford that has scored a couple goals in his last couple games, but Rashford is not scoring goals like he did last season. And even last season, he wasn't the best version of Rashford, but he was making goals, right? But we don't have that. We don't have that. He's not even this season not scoring goals. Me. You look at Garnacho. Garnacho is plucking it. You know, he's putting goals here and there. But our forward line is not in sync with each other, man. Again, like I said, they're playing like they're just meeting themselves for the first time. There is no chemistry. There is no cohesion. There is no understanding. Them just playing like it's like you're playing football on Sunday, and you're playing with some random brethren that is playing forward, and you're like, first I'm seeing you. What's your self play like? Because you want to have an accommodate. You want to know how he plays like, so you guys can gel together. Is me, but you don't get that sense from Manchester United's attack. We have less goals in the Premier League, I believe, than Bournemouth, and a couple of sides down in at the table. What kind of thing is this? Is Manchester United, Manchester United. Our attackers can't even get 5 goals each. Rashford has about 3 right now in the Premier League, if not 2. Garnacho has about 4 or 5. Anthony has no goals. This Virgin scored 1 goal, man, in 360 odd days, man. Over 300 days. That's a year. And he's just scored 1 goal in the Premier League. You look at Hoyland. Hoyland got his first goal in the Premier League against Aston Villa, and what a goal it was. Although it wasn't hit clean, but it was a goal. And go come down hard on him, but he got his goals in. But you see, the question is positioning in the box. Persons are getting the fact that this brethren, as they would call it, the Holland from Wish, is not the guy. He's not the guy that's going to be leading Manchester United's line. He's not good enough to be leading that. He's not going to grow him to himself. Holland is just 20. This may sound like I'm defending him, and to a degree I might be, because he's 20, and some strikers, man, when it comes to player growth, some players are not going to have a football growth spurt like Haaland. I remember when Haaland was it RB? He was at some club before he went to Dortmund in fall of 2019, and he was scoring goals against Liverpool at Anfield. He was scoring goals in the Champions League. And then he went to Dortmund in January of 2020, and he still scored goals. Not every striker is going to have that type of growth where him just get in the firing line and start firing goals. Maybe Hoyland is a late bloomer. Maybe he's one of them players that's going to grow, grow into himself as time progresses, like a Jamie Vardy type. It's be like a Didier Drogba type, that they came into them own when they were like 25, 26. Will Manchester United fans have that type of patience with Hoyland if he's that type of player? That's the question we have. But it's that guy that we signed for 70 mil. And persons are losing them heads because this guy can't score a goal from 2 yards. It's me and hey, I get that even though you may be a late bloomer, but the chances that you've been given on your plate, man, you need to go finish them, man. You need to go score. So yes, Hoyland may not be the talented Haaland that some persons think he was before he came to United. And this brethren, some persons are saying that he should be playing on the wing. He's fast, he can play on the wing. Uh, I don't know about that. He doesn't have the close ball control to be doing that, in my opinion. He doesn't. And he's a big bridging man. That's like playing Lukaku on the right wing. I mean, Lukaku was decent on the right wing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when we had Martial and Rashford. No, Martial. Hold on. Whether it's Martial or Rashford and Lukaku playing as the two strikers and Jesse Lingard in the hole behind them, he was playing a 4-4-2 diamond Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Is me so that could be the case, but the thing is this, man. We don't know if Hoyland is going to make the cut. This Virgin have to just go work on himself and just know say, oh, you have to go work on your goal scoring finish. I don't know, bro. We just need a striker for 6 months at least. At least we need a striker. If we do not get a striker in January, and we leave the January transfer window unscathed without a striker coming here, and we continue the same form that we have with the start of the season, with us not scoring much goals, man, this is going to be a worse season than Moyes' season, and we finished 7th in that season. Rooney, in that season, scored 17 goals. This Bridgen was playing as a number 10. This Bridgen was not getting the chances that he would have gotten in a prime Manchester United side. Van Persie was injured mostly. Welbeck was chipping in with goals here and there. That's the season where Welbeck started to score goals. Nani was washed. Valencia was still there, but he wasn't the Valencia of 2010 or 2009, 2010. Our midfield was slow. We had Carrick, we had Darren Fletcher, Giggsy was on his last chapter, was on his last page. Is me. So even then we still score goals. But you look at us now, man. It's like scoring a goals is like working for 24 hours straight, man. Is like it's a lot of work to actually score, bro. You are forwards on hefty contracts. You should be scoring. Even if you're not playing well, score. Be effective. Get goals. Get statistics. We need goals. We can't have sides down in the bottom of the table having more goals than us in the Premier League. That's disrespectful, man. We can't allow that. And yes, this boils down to the style of play, but not to back, not well. I'm not backing everything up. That ship has sailed long ago. Yes, me that bridge has been burnt long ago. But I'm not. I'm not defend everything I'm gonna say this. Everything is not the reason why we miss chances though. When chances are placed on the plate to finish, everything again in the 6 yard box to go score. So that's not on everything hog. Of course, based on how the side progresses, is on everything hog. When the chances are in the box, don't be talking about everything hog. He has nothing to do with scoring goals. He ain't a striker. He's not the one with the number 9 or number 11. It's me. He's the one on the sideline doing instructions, if he has any instructions. But everything is not the reason why we're not scoring. Well, he's kind of the reason why we're not scoring goals based on style of play. But when the chances are there to be buried, he's not the reason that we miss them chances. He's not the reason. He's not the reason. You can hate everything up to your blue in the face. Everything is not the reason why we miss chances, man. We need a kill up front. We need a striker that can put them goals to bed. We need a striker. Hoyland is not a natural striker. And of course, I'm gonna talk about this. You look at the goals. You look at the striker pool right now. I've watched a few videos on YouTube in relation to this topic, where the talent of strikers is dying. This is a true statement. You're not going to see strikers like Ronaldo from the 90s. You're not going to see strikers from the 90s like George Weah. You're not going to see strikers like Gabriel Batistuta. You're not going to see strikers like Hernan Crespo. You're not going to see strikers is me like Diego Costa. Or I was supposed to say Didier Drogba. You're not going to see strikers like Ruud van Nistelrooy or Thierry Henry. The talent of strikers in the modern game right now. Dude, these strikers wouldn't even be starting for Arsenal back in the early 2000s. They wouldn't be starting. I don't even think they would be on the bench. And yes, I'm talking about Darwin Nunez. I'm talking about Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, Gabriel Jesus won't be on the bench. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm talking about strikers like Jackson at Chelsea. This bridge ain't go get away with it. We look at the talent pool right now. Richarlison at Tottenham. The strikers in our game right now is a far cry from the last decade. The last world class strikers right now we have right now is the saving grace of Harry Kane, and Harry Kane is getting on, but he ain't getting no younger. Hoyland is the last number 9 breed right now from the era of the 90s. Real box strikers. Holland, not Hoyland. He's the embodiment of that. He's a he's a box striker. Relies on service, is me. That's the type of striker Haaland is. Lewandowski is declining. He's not the same Lewandowski of 2016. Who else? Yeah, man, we don't have more strikers, man. That we can look, we can actually look and say this Virgin can actually bed goals. We have a striker in our squad that is actually a good goal scorer, but he has been plagued with injuries. And yes, I'm talking about Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial has been at the club since 2015, in fall of 2015. So he's played with Rooney. He's playing with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, although Zlatan Ibrahimovic go snatch off his number 9. He go play with Lukaku. Is me? He played off of Lukaku there a few times. Is me? He yeah. So he played with Cavani too. Anthony Martial, I believe. Yeah. So Martial knows a thing or two about finishing, but the burning question I have is, can this guy stay fit? Can this guy play for over 5 minutes without having a fit in his legs? Can this guy stay fit to play 10 games consecutively? Can this Bridging start most of the games for one season in the Premier League? Because I'll tell you this. If Martial is fit, if Martial had the fitness of Bruno Fernandes or a player that's very fit, like he's very, he doesn't get injuries much, Martial would be scoring goals. Martial will be scoring goals, yes. Given the striking pool in the Premier League, he'll be scoring goals. If we had the service given to him, because it's not the flying flashy Martial of 2015 to 2019 at least. Martial's legs is gone. He can still pass players with a few trickery because he's very talented, but in terms of the explosiveness that he used to have back in his heyday, that's lost, man. And that's because of the injuries that he has accumulated over the years and that has caught up with him. But the brilliance with Marcel is that he can adapt his game. He can drop and link players. We have that player in our squad, but he's not being used. And he's not used much, man. Yes, he's quote unquote have illness. I don't even believe he have illness or he's just been left out. Marcel is in his last months of his contract. Now, I want Marcel to be gone. Not because he's not good enough, but it's because of the fact that, man, he's not used much at Man United. He's not used much here, man. He needs to leave for his own good. Go to some club in France and go play, start day in, day out and score goals, man. Marcel ain't getting no younger. This version is 28. He came at United when he was 19. You see me? So this virgin, Best days are, I wouldn't say behind him exactly, but he's still good, man. But going back to Manchester United's attack, our attack needs the blood of Jesus. Isn't it? We need the blood, bro. We need a player that can actually bid us goals. Oh, it's kind of dark here, so. We need a striker that score a goal, man. Hold on. Okay, there we go. We need a goal. We need a goal scorer. We don't have a goal scorer. Rashford go score 30 goals last season, but where's that same energy this season? Why is he not scoring much goals? Why is it that what Rashford has to be wishy-washy every other season? Good this season, trash this season, decent this season, then do something the next season. Why? I'll say this. And maybe Rashford's best days, maybe this is the best of Rashford. I don't believe Rashford will get any better than this. I don't believe Rashford will get better. This is Rashford's best hit. Now I'm not saying that he's trash. Some person are saying that I don't believe he's trash. I've seen enough to know that this virgin can actually play football, but he doesn't have the best football IQ. I can tell you that for free. And persons can see that he doesn't have the best of IQ when it comes down to taking one-on-ones and making decisions. But the fact is, Rashford's best days are now. He's 26, Rashford. And don't be expecting Rashford to evolve into this world-class player. I remember when persons used to compare this virgin to Mbappe. Don't be doing that. Mbappe has almost 400 career goals in his career. And this virgin is 25. This virgin will have at least 700 goals by the time he's 30. This virgin is breaking records. Yes, he's playing in the French league. So what? Would Rashford do the same thing? No, back then I would think so. If he played in PSG, maybe he bet a few goals. Maybe he bet a few goals, but will he bet the amount of goals Mbappe is scoring? Mbappe is scoring like 40 goals in that league. He's running that league with his hands back behind his back. With his hands behind his back, this virgin scoring goals. But we know say Rashford is no Mbappe player. He's fast like Mbappe, or at least he used to. But he's not no forward like Mbappe, man. Mbappe don't need much service to go score goals. If Mbappe is given space, he'll score the goals himself. Or link up a play with the striker go on to it in space and go run onto it and go score. We don't have a striker that's a senior striker. We would have a target man that the strikers, the wingers can play off of. We had Weghorst last season was a target man slash number 10. Look how our forwards were playing with him. They played very well, although Weghorst is not the striker that Manchester United should be going after anyway. But when we got him, he utilized his own services for the betterment of the players around him. And you could see the effect that he had. Man, my nose is itching. What the hell? Yeah. So like I said, man, we need. Man, the hell is this? It's dark, man. I need some light. Man, everything I'm playing with my light, man. Knock it off. But anyway, but I was saying, I apologize for that. But I was saying that we need a striker. We need a senior striker in our squad. Benzema, good shout. Where question is, will he come about? Will he actually come to Manchester United and do 6 months? Will he actually come to Manchester United and do 6 months? Now, will he score goals? I'm sure of it. Because Benzema, it's a win and win with Benzema, If we play, or, okay, let me say this. You know that Manchester United struggles so much against low block sides. We know this, right? If we have a striker like Benzema that doesn't have pace or the pace that he used to, although he was never a pacey guy to begin with, but we know that this virgin can hit a ball behind a banana tree. He can score headers. So if you go cross the ball and you're playing a low block, 9 times, I wouldn't say 9 times out of 10, because we're not talking about, Gary, Tim Cahill or Fellaini, but seven, 6 to 7, 8 times out of 10, he can actually score from them crosses if those crosses are accurate, or those crosses look like decent crosses, but they were actually shots. But if he gets his head to it and score, then I guess it's a cross, right? But so yeah, it can work in against low block sides, and even if we play high line, Rashford and Garnacho, Benzema go drop. See where the runners are. Boom, in space, find Garnacho. Boom, in space, find Rashford. And then go play, and Benzema go run up too as well. Benzema, I don't think Benzema would be staying right there playing as far as, and he would run up straight because I don't think he has a. I don't believe some man lazy like Berbatov is. I believe he'll run up in the box. Even when we had Berbatov, man, dude, we had a lot of strikers, man. We were spoiled with choice, man. We had strikers like Tevez, Rooney, Tevez, Rooney, Berbatov, and we had forwards like Nani, Cristiano Ronaldo. Who else? I believe Luis Saha was gone by then. You see me? But we had forwards, man. We had forwards spoiled for choice, and the forwards that we had would be starting for other clubs, and some of these forwards were on the bench. But if you look at our bench right now, I'm gonna wrap up this right now. We have Anthony. We have Rashford that is wishy-washy. We have Garnacho. That's he's trying to work, but he's making an effort. I can't boss up a man for that. But we have Armadale who is not getting no chances. We have who else? Haaland. Hoyland, I should say. We don't have Haaland. We have Hoyland who is not scoring goals. He's trying, but dude, man, he's making it hard for himself, Hoyland. Why are you trying to play off of the centre box? Are you trying to be a target man? Is that what you're trying to profile yourself as? Are you trying to profile? I don't even think Ertinger is trying to play the Bridging as a target man. I think Hoyland is trying. I think Hoyland is actually trying to be a target man for himself when that's not his role. Lukaku was never a target man. He had target man tendencies, but he was no target. This Bridging will lose the ball. When he couldn't play with his back turned to goal. So he was no target man. Hoyland ain't no target man. Haaland is not even a target man. He's just tall. He's not no target man. But he has target man tendencies, and he can decently link play. I've seen him with him and Alvarez and Bernardo Silva and Doku. So I know this Bridging can actually pass the ball with his back to goal. But the fact is, we don't have a striker that is cohesive with the wide men and drop handling play. Holland can't be doing that. Holland needs space to thrive. Some persons say, yo, play man right wing. Like I said, bro, I don't think that's the best choice. Because this Virgin is big, and I don't think he has the close ball, the ball control to be doing that. Because I think if he tries to sprint to the ball, he'll go lose it same time. I don't think he's going to keep the ball. He can shove off a few players, but I don't think he can actually genuinely beat players with the talent that's there, because it's non-existent. I don't think he can. Yes, he's fast, but just because he's fast don't mean say he can dribble. Enough story. Just because you're fast don't mean say you can dribble, man. Holland is not no proper dribbler. That's why we're question. Some persons say, oh, we know Salah plays right wing for Liverpool. Yeah, and yeah, I get what I mean, but I mean again, bro, Holland is like 6'3", I want this Virgin playing right wing. Come on, man, that's not gonna happen. He doesn't have the quickness of Thierry Henry. See, Thierry Henry even though Thierry Henry was like 6'3" or 6'4", Thierry Henry was a tall brethren. Thierry Henry had so much explosiveness for his size that you quint one time and he's gone behind you. You see me? He was very swift. He could dribble. Hoyland can't dribble. Hoyland needs space to run the ball with. And that's the fact, man. So I don't want to be in, person talking about say, yo, this Virgin supposed to play right wing. I tell you what, if he's supposed to play right wing, He can actually be a right wing on paper, but in the actual game itself, he should be playing off of the he should be playing like where Salah plays. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but okay, you play as striker, Zine Hoyland play, let's say you play Hoyland right wing. If the striker has the ball, Hoyland's supposed to be making him runs in the box, even though he's playing right wing. Or because on paper he's a right winger, but the instructions he should be given is to work himself in that box. That's what Salah does for Liverpool. If you want to play like Salah, yeah. So again, to wrap up this video, bro, we need a striker. Question is, will we get a striker? I by the looks of it, bro, we're just free roaming right now. We're on autopilot. It's like we're just going through the motions. I'm not seeing no initiatives being shown in the transfer market. They're willing to Benzema, but I don't see no seriousness being linked to him. See, bro, strikers are dying as slow. Proper strikers are dying, bro. And I'll tell you something. We see how wingers are these days. Wingers are not the wingers of the 90s or early 2000s. It's me. You look at the strikers now, you say, boy, where are the proper strikers going to come from? The striking pool is shrinking. The proper strikers, they're like diamonds, man. They can't be found. It's me. And it's unfortunate, but it's unfortunate because I mean, you don't have to be like a real talented striker, but if you can put the ball in the back of the net, then cool. Haaland ain't the most talented striker. He's not even as talented as Kane, but he can score goals. He puts goals. He puts the ball in the back of the net. Haaland can't put the ball back of the net, and he has had chances, hella chances. I'm gonna finish the video right here. So yeah, man, leave your comments down below in the comment section on your thoughts with Hoyland. With basically Manchester United, I don't want this to be an attack, pun intended, on Hoyland. Let's talk about Manchester United's attack in general. Can this attack improve? Can we get another striker in January to improve our attack? It's me. That's what I'm questioning. We need a striker. Leave your comments down below, man. I don't want to be rambling, but this is something that needs to be said. Yeah, man, we need a striker, man. We can't be having sides like Bournemouth with Solanke having more goals than our. Well, he has. Solanke has more goals than our entire forwards combined. That's a fact. Solanke has at least 12 league goals this season for Bournemouth in the Premier League. Rashford has at least 2 or 3. Garnacho has at least 3 or 4. Anthony has 0. Hoyland has 1. That's what, 9? 8 or 9. What I just said. This Bridgen has more goals than us, man, than our entire attack. Let's see what happens in next weeks, in the next couple coming weeks. Leave your comments down below in the comment section, like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be very happy enough to respond to you guys comments in the comment section. I'll show it to you guys next video part. Oh, matter of fact, we have a game against Tottenham. Why did that just leave my mind? I'm gonna do a preview tomorrow on that game, because that game, I don't believe we'll be losing that game. Yes, me, based on how Postecoglou wants to play his football. Yes, me, but I'm gonna get more into that in the preview, so stay console for that one. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.